Melvo lit that shit bang.
Welcome back, everybody, to Crow's Judgment, and we have some breaking news. I have this courtesy of Toy Bounty Hunters, Jonimus Prime. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. So we're doing our stream tonight, and John found this. We talked about it as it was happening, but somebody is currently following ZombaeKillz and is archiving all of her tweets, which I gotta thank whoever's doing, because just imagine the amount of mental liquidation going on reading everything that this idiot has to say. But as you can see here, when they explain they know I'm a woman of color and know I get harassed and then still do nothing. This is disgusting, and I hope every black creator sees this and knows we are unprotected. This is disgusting. You said that twice, dumbass. YouTube, you should do better. I gave you 2 entire Google Docs. Now look, I said this on stream. I have no clue what an entire Google Doc is, right? What I do know is I've seen 30 fucking pages of Google Docs, and apparently she needed to make 2, right? So I would imagine that there was a whole lot of stuff in there. But here's what basically happened. And I'll read through the message that YouTube sent back to her. But ZombaeKillz put together a whole ton of evidence trying to get channels shut down for criticizing her or for talking about the situation involving her. YouTube responded to it, and I'll read through it because it's not a generic response. As someone actually looked into the stuff that she sent them, they deleted some nasty comments, and that was about it. They said that the channels that she's reporting doesn't violate the guidelines. She's claiming that means YouTube does not care about minority content creators. Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. You don't get to just claim that people are harassing you because they're racist, when in reality, you've already said openly that you're trying to get people deplatformed because they're criticizing you. For those of you who are completely unaware of this situation, ZombaeKillz is the unfortunate miscreant who cried racism and used the death of Breonna Taylor to milk a free Xbox out of Microsoft. She was criticized for doing that. Griffin Gaming did a video on her, and she led a harassment campaign with other content creators to mass flag Griffin Gaming. Then later, the Quartering, who did something I disagree with by tagging one of her sponsors, showing that, she said some very openly racist things before, talking about how, the face she makes when she beats white women or something stupid like that. She claimed that the tweet was photoshopped, and then people showed no, she posted it, and it was an archive of her doing it. That's the rundown of her. And at that point, she then turned around and started a mass flagging campaign of the Quartering, along with all these just malformed, idiotic games journos. Quartering threatened to take them to court. They all ran and scurried away from their stupidity, like always. Then ZombaeKillz does a video on her Twitch talking about how she's going to go after all these channels. She's going to get them deplatformed. Yada, yada, yada. Just absolutely nuts, right? And apparently, she actually tried to follow through on her threat, and even YouTube told her to piss off and pound sand, right? Look, I've been very critical of ZombaeKillz. Now, if you're harassing her, right, and I mean actual harassment, I don't mean criticizing her, but if you're saying nasty racist shit in her comments, look, I don't support that at all. I absolutely do not. But if you're criticizing her for being a nasty, terrible person who said racist shit, lied about saying the racist shit, and then started a false flag campaign about the person who exposed you for lying about the racist shit that you said, yeah, I mean, you're just awful. You're just awful. But yeah, no, she's saying that she reached out to YouTube, gave them 2 entire Google Docs, trying to get channels shut down. I would imagine channels like The Quartering, channels like Tipster, right? Channels probably even like Drama Alert, right? And look, I'm largely critical of Keemstar. I don't think his channel should be shut down, right? I don't think any of these guys are ever there. I don't even think ZombaeKillz, as awful of a person as she is, should have her channel taken away from her, but she's trying to do this to other people. So this is the email that YouTube sent her in full. Hi, Natasha. First of all, I'm sorry to hear that you are having issues with other users. We take our community guidelines and users' well-being very seriously, and we made sure to connect with the internal teams to review your request. After carefully assessing comments posted to your channel and on other channels you reported, we removed some comments for violating our policies. We also reviewed the videos you have shared with us and identified that the videos do not violate our policies. So, yes, we can confirm ZombaeKillz did attempt reporting a bunch of channels, right? And this is not a generic response. YouTube actually looked into it, looked at these channels, looked at their videos, found they didn't violate the policies, but there were comments in the chats that did, right? So YouTube clearly actually looked into it for her. They didn't just tell her they don't violate the policies, yada, yada, bye. You think that would actually be a positive sign that, YouTube took what she said seriously? Now, before anyone says, oh, you showed her name's Natasha, she showed this herself on her Twitter. This is the image that accompanies it. I don't want to be accused of something stupid by stupid people, but yes, she shared this herself. So leave me the hell alone. In addition to the comments and videos reported, we also reviewed the channels of the creators you flagged and did not find any violative videos. Therefore, we took no action. Channel or account terminations are taken very seriously and are deployed for repeated violations of community guidelines, single cases of severe abuse, or channels dedicated to policy violations. So, she wants the channels removed, right? This email is basically saying, we took no action. Channel or account terminations are taken very seriously. So she was calling for the channels to be terminated, right? She wanted those channels removed. Not, now I'm going to file the report and let YouTube do it at once. No, she was specifically seeking to get channels terminated. I understand this may not be the outcome you were expecting, and recognize that as a woman and creator of color, you're subject to undue harassment and ridicule. I hear you, and am going to continue to work with the teams internally to ensure our comment sections and platform as a whole are safer and better. Okay, let me tell you a story of racism. My wife is black. I'm Palestinian, right? I'm half Palestinian, half white. My wife, all black, right? When we go out, my wife notices that people look at us differently. I have a photo of my wife at work, right? I have a photo of us on our wedding day. It's right behind me. I'm very proud of the photo. I've noticed, right? I don't point it out. I don't make a big deal about it, but I've noticed there are certain customers, they walk into my office, they look at the photo, and they give me a look, and I put up with it, right? I don't start shit with them. I don't start making noise. I notice it, though, right? To me, I think that they're being racist, right? I think that something's clicking in their head that's probably very nasty. But let me get deeper into things like harassment, right? So I grew up as a kid in this country after the attacks on 9/11, right? And I remember just generally getting my ass kicked on a daily basis, right? I remember being stalked walking home. I remember people leaving me voicemails threatening to, me. I remember them threatening to do things to my father. I remember one day I got beat up so bad I couldn't actually see straight. And my dad went with me to school. And the principal said that I was clearly instigating things. And the principal at the school got moved over to a different one. But yeah, he knew what was going on, and he just was totally okay with it, right? I'm used to being harassed, right? Or at least I used to be, right? I'm used to dealing with different levels of racism. And all I can say is ZombaeKillz has no fucking clue what she is talking about. And I find her behavior disgusting, amoral, and I think just as a whole, for all minority content creators, having that woman around just lowers the level for everybody else, right? Lowers the bar for literally everybody else, just lowers the expectations for everybody else. I didn't start off and decide, I want to be I want to be a gaming streamer, and I'm a Palestinian, and I've been victimized my whole life, so I deserve a free Xbox. Because how many Palestinians do you know that do gaming content? Right? We're underrepresented, and the amount of hatred, like I've literally been called a fucking jihadist, right? I find everything ZombaeKillz doing with this shit, right? Going to YouTube, trying to get channels terminated for being critical of her, and then trying to mask it up in racism. Like I'm trying to take down the filthy white supremacists. It's disgusting to me. This woman disgusts me, right? This is the type of person who, no joke, used the death of Breonna Taylor to get a free Xbox. That's the type of disgusting trash you're dealing with here. So it does not surprise me that she went out to YouTube with 2 full Google Docs. What's that got to be, like 50 pages each, right? And demanded channels be terminated. And even with her taking people out of context, even with her gaslighting people, even with her just painting things and framing them the worst possible light, even YouTube told her, stop. This isn't harassment. Stop. And she just keeps it fucking going. Actually, guys, in the middle of recording this video, it looks like ZombaeKillz just tweeted out again. If it's this part of their TOS that was actually broken repeatedly against me and others, I will not continue to use their platform. So it sounds like she's saying that she's going to be leaving YouTube, which, first off, good God, that would be awesome. But also, do not think that this means she's done with flagging channels, right? This woman, like I'm telling you right now, has no intention of stopping. She's just making a stink about how YouTube will not enforce their rules now. So she's been forced to leave the platform. I guarantee you that's where that goes next, right? YouTube didn't enforce their rules and I was forced to leave. When in reality, she threw a bitch foot tantrum. This woman is not going to stop. She does not care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care how she makes everybody else look. She doesn't care how she looks. She has no shame of which to speak of. She's an awful human being. She thinks that she can just get people removed because they're critical of her. And then she turns around and says, but it's okay because they're racist. I see more racist shit out of this woman than anything from The Quartering, than anything from Tipster, than anything from fucking Keemstar, right? I see more racist shit just on like a fucking daily basis of the shit that gets archived on this awful human being than I have from any of those channels that she's desperate to get deplatformed. I see someone who absolutely thinks her identity is the only thing of value with her. And let's be honest, right? It probably is the only thing that she has to offer. A black female streamer. I have no clue if the content she does is good. All I know is she's a black female streamer who is trying to get channels demonetized, get them deplatformed, get them terminated because they criticized her for using her race and using the death of Breonna Taylor to get a free Xbox and then going on mass false flagging campaigns against people. And if you're one of the individuals who stands with that and supports that, let me just be very clear. You are doing nothing but hurting minority content creators when you promote an absolute amoral piece of trash like this. So anyways, guys, that's the video. There's your update. ZombaeKillz is not stopping. She is determined to get these channels taken down. And I have no clue what the solution here is, but I am just happy, I guess, that YouTube, at least in this instance, realized what a nut job they're dealing with, but it's not going to stop. She is not going to stop. She's here on Twitter right now, preaching to an audience of woke dumbasses, right? All my homies hate YouTube. Unbelievable. You acknowledge harassment, but don't, like, do anything. Absurd. This is, and I cannot stress this enough, fucking horseshit. Absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely fucking bullshit. This is an unacceptable response. I'm sorry, Zombae. You deserve that. Like, I'm gonna be honest here, right? Because I hate doing this, right? I really hate doing this, but white, possibly white. Can't really tell. Anime avatar probably white. I'm gonna just guess white. Definitely white. Oh, there's another black person. There we go. Oh, man. Yeah, it's all the fucking woke white people that support shit like this. Stop it. Please, for the love of God, stop it. Stop it. Like, the amount of damage you do. There are talented minority content creators. There are talented minority Twitch streamers. There are talented minority gaming content creators who are all collectively diminished when you put this absolute monster on a pedestal as she shits all over people and shits all over the hard work that they put into the platforms, which she has done from day one, which she is going to continue to do. So you guys let me know in the comment section what you think. Legitimately, this woman disgusts me. She is just an absolute fucking mess. And there will probably be more news. There probably will, because she's willing to go through putting together 2 entire Google Docs with the pure intent of getting channels terminated permanently.
Let that shit bang.